it's important, particularly this full moon, to be mindful of what you're thinking and feeling, because this has the power to manifest consciously or unconsciously. So it's like whatever's going on in your inner world, that can be reflected, because this full moon has a little bit of a volatile aspect. It's in Aries, and that's not the only reason. It has there's a couple planets arguing, and I won't go into detail on that. But just watch how your emotions might be changing. In other words, one minute you may feel really up, and the next minute you may feel a little bit down. But stay on that even flow. Know that this is a moon that has the power of transformation to transform. So you can feel like you're really pushing yourself through a discomfort zone. An example that I like to use is, say you've exercised before, but you've gotten off the tracks a little bit, gotten off the trails, and then you decide you want to start again. So you start walking, and then you're pushing yourself another half mile, or you want to lift some weights for some muscle strength to make your bones stay strong and healthy. And it's like, oh wow, this kind of hurts. I'm sore the first night, and the second time you do it, and so on and so forth. But eventually you see the fruits of your labor. You see that physically you start becoming stronger, you feel stronger, your posture gets better, you want to eat better because you're feeling good. So knowing that you can push through this and stay steady with your emotions, stay grounded as always, and this will be a powerful, transformative full moon. All right. Well, obviously 3 cards wanted to come out while I was talking about that at the beginning, and let's now talk about these. I love how that jade wants to mesh up with this particular card in the middle. Okay, Pisces, well, your first card is the 3 of Wands, and this is a card I really enjoy. I don't know if it's the lightness of it, but it tells a little bit about someone who has been, and this is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you guys, so make sure and watch your rising and moon signs as well. But this tells me that some of you have put some of your creative action into flow, out into the world. You've seen some success. It's like this guy has sent some ships out in the past. The ships have come back with cargo and money, and he's ready to continue and expand that growth. And it's not just him that's doing this. He has, the captain of the ship. He has the shipmates. Look at this on this mermaid on the ship. And I don't notice her often, but she's showing up for me for you guys today. Can you see her? And she has, it looks like 3 wands or 3 swords. And 3, of course, in numerology, well, this is the 3 of wands, actually, so it is 3 wands. But 3 represents new beginnings, positivity, creativeness. So feeling like you are creatively inspired because you have success behind you. You've done all the work of thinking, is it or isn't it a good idea? You've sent your ships out there before, they've come back, and you've seen, okay, this can be a successful venture. This can be a successful project or relationship in a venture. So I'm feeling like some of you guys, and there's room for growth too. See how this tree has some leaves on it, but it's not full. So there's a lot of room for expansion. So what I was saying is I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to see some of the fruits of your labor that you've put into action in this past year or 2. But especially I'm getting since early springtime. So maybe end of March or March, April, maybe since around your birthday, your solar return. Could be since then. All right, cool. And then the next card, which really wants to butt up to this Jade, which is about money and manifestation, is perfect for. This is the Magician card in traditional tarot. And she is creating magic. She has her pentacle, which has to do with her money. The wand is in her hand. The cup, which is her emotions. And the sword, which is her ideas. And it feels like to me, when I look at this card, I'm seeing that you already have a venture that's successful, or some of you do. So it's like you want to create more, because when I look at this third card, the Two of Wands, wow, this is all about your creative inspiration, you guys. You have the Two and the Three of Wands. Because when I look at this Two of Wands, you're very compatible now with what you're doing. There's cooperation, there's diplomacy. You worked out some of the details. This door reminds me of second chakra, so there's been some feminine intuition, creativity. Well, that's what our wands are. What the creative inspiration we put out. And so it feels like, yeah, you've seen some rewards, and now you're ready to really enhance that, make new things grow, make new things happen, or at least really expand upon this. But you know, she's not facing him. He's facing this way, like, yeah, I'm doing this, and this is steady, but now I'm ready to artistically or creatively come up with what else will make my house feel good and my home feel right and see the fruits of my labor. There are a lot of fall colors, if you'll notice in this particular card. So it feels like, you know, this is the month, October and also November, and I'm hearing the horn of plenty for you guys. There's some little animals playing here. So a bit of celebration and maybe a relationship as well. And this could be a business partner, or this could be with a relationship, a loved one. And inviting people over. And that could be, I mean, we're getting towards Thanksgiving, and I'm still talking about October here, but it might be that you get to the point where you're starting to feel really good about your home, where you're living, the money that's coming in, the work you're doing. This could also indicate some of you working from home. Some of you Pisces that have home-based businesses. Because if you look at her, she's not in a formal attire. It looks like she has been working, and yet she's reaching out from the doorway. And she has her home decorated. Every time I see these wreaths and these cards, it reminds me of celebration or success. It could even mean towards the holidays, of course. But it does feel like some of you that have home-based businesses, you're starting to see more success around that. Maybe some of you are using more technology at your home. You've bought new gadgets, a new computer, some devices. Maybe you're going on YouTube, but it feels like because I'm seeing inside of homes now. And you know, this could be anybody's, but I'm seeing wooden floors and a computer area over into the not in the living room, but not too far from the living room, and a well laid out area. Not extremely organized, not like a Virgo maybe, but maybe some of you do have crystals like I do in this particular, like I do in these readings. Not particular readings, but all my readings. So this is about feeling good about your work area as well as home, family, property, and creating magic. Let's pull some clarification cards. I'm seeing what's similar and what's standing out. Well, this one wants to come out. Six of Pentacles. Well, that's about being generous with money. So if you have a family member or a friend or someone who needs a handout, you may be generous this month. or you may be putting into a fund, your own fund. Start saving money. It's usually being generous with other people, being generous with children. Maybe you have some child advocacy programs that you really are, you really, really love giving to. Or maybe you're even a teacher. Because I'm feeling like some of you, this is, the adult and then here's the kids, but I'm feeling like some of you have the opportunity to give to children that are in need, but also maybe some that could really use your guidance and your support, your intuitive guidance. I always say that you Pisces, you really are sensitive and intuitive. So it's about balancing. See the scales of balance? This kind of reminds me of a Libra. So this is also about balancing your money and making sure that your needs are met if you're going to hand out your money as well. Balancing your checkbook, balancing do people use checks still? Balancing your bank account. Okay, so what else wants to come out? Well, the Three of Cups. Well, okay, so celebration. I feel like this home space can really be a place where you can invite friends over. It feels quaint, like, maybe have a dinner party, celebration of a wedding that could take place. Or someone who's gained momentum in their job. Could be you, and you just want to have a party, a get-together. But there is celebration that's caused you to feel this way, happy about your home. There's some creative magic going on here. All right, Pisces, I'm going to add these 3 cards up. This is 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 in numerology is about home. It's about family and responsibility. So no wonder that this card is standing out to me so much. Taking care of your home, adding some touches of I don't know, new pillows, or painting a wall, or like I said, adding crystals or something that makes you and your home feel like it is your castle, no matter how big or small it may be.